Greetings, cats and kittens. How are we this evening?
Not altogether bad.
It's so very lovely to see you, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, you cats are looking fantastic, I gotta say.
Well, I try, you know.
Much better than the last time I saw you, man.
Wait, what?
Yeah. You know, back in the day, before I became the accomplished, sophisticated, cosmopolitan cat you see before you today.
When was that exactly?
Yeah. I was living in a
Tenement?
section of town where the walls were rather thin, man, where the neighbors were close together, man.
Yeah, you were living in a slum.
As close together as an olive is to the vodka in a martini. We were close together, and I gotta say, the walls of my apartment were not that thick.
Yeah, it was a cheap joint.
You know, a good wall is like a good steak.
Yeah, expensive.
It's nice and thick, man. Yeah, you know. But don't eat a wall, because that's not very good, you know. But here's the thing, man. Here is the thing. I had this neighbor. She was a beautiful little piece of puff pastry named Angelina. Yeah, she was a dessert tart.
Yeah, sounds good.
Oh yeah, she was very sweet, man. Very tasty. Some nights she would come home covered in whipped cream. That's how tasty she was.
Yeah, I think that's illegal in several states.
I did not actually know Angelina personally.
Yeah, no kidding.
But I knew her intimately.
How?
How?
Yes.
You might ask?
I just did.
Well, I'll tell you.
Please do.
Those walls I was talking about, man. Sometimes a wall is nice and thick like a good steak. Thick and juicy. But sometimes a wall is so thin, you can hear everything that's going on in the apartment next door. I mean, we're talking about a wall as thin as a Bellini. Thin as your last thin dime. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah,
right
your preferred price
man.
point.
And I could hear everything that went on in Angelina's apartment. In the kitchen, when she'd get a glass of water, I could hear the water going into the glass.
You pervert.
Yeah, when she was in her living room watching TV, I could hear what channel she was on. I could hear everything going on. When she had an argument with her mother or her boyfriend or whatever, I could hear that too.
Yeah, you're a pervert.
It's kind of like I was eavesdropping.
No, it's called peeping
But
Tom.
I wasn't doing anything. I was just sitting there. I didn't do anything. I just could hear it, that's all.
Yeah,
man.
tell that to the judge.
And I could also hear the sounds that came from Angelina's bedroom.
Bingo, what was I
Oh,
saying?
yeah, you know what I'm talking
Yes,
about.
we all know exactly what you're
Even
talking
though
about.
I did not know her personally. I knew her rather intimately.
Oh, that's slick.
She had a friend.
Yeah.
She had a nighttime visitor, man.
Oh, I'll bet she did.
Oh, yeah. But
he drops her in next door every morning at 4. She's waiting too for the little rendezvous. When he pulls the shade, then they got it made. They don't keep it down low, no, no, no. They put on quite the show. I can hear them so well. It's like they're in my living room. It's very easy to tell who's doing what to whom. They really go to town for dessert, 2 cigarettes. She always comes around just as happy as a lady gets. So he calls each night, but every once in a while he'll surprise her at noon. Then they get right to the doing. It's not annoying at all. And from the sound of things, they're really having a ball every time. I just wish I was him. It was a while there I thought he didn't care, 'cause I was sleeping all night. I thought they must have had some kind of fight. But on Tuesday last, it was obvious when they both broke the fast. Those little rabbits were back at it again. He drops her in next door. Every morning at 4. She's waiting too for the little rendezvous. And then they pull the shade. Then they got it made. They don't keep it down low. No, no, no. They put on quite a show. Man, it's a show. They put on quite a show. They just let it roll. They put on quite a show. And he goes and goes. They put on quite a show. They put on quite the show. Yeah, baby. Oh, he loved that show. Baby, quite a show. You would dig it too. I know you would dig it too. Oh, baby. Oh, I love that show.
Yeah. Don't forget Cats and Kittens. Living Swank is the very best revenge. Adios, amabajada.